Today, members from the Ministry of Education and Sports, together with other stakeholders, held a technical group work meeting which was organized by Raising Voices. Raising Voices recently conducted a study in schools, and one of the concerns that need to be addressed is violence in schools. According to a representative from Raising Voices, violence in schools should be a concern to all stakeholders.
This is a call to all of us. When it comes to violence, whether you're dealing purely in science, whether, for example, the Fundi bolts are dealing in technology, whatever it is, violence prevention, I think, should be a concern to all of us, because then whatever we are doing, we may not achieve so much because of the violence. And so for us, we are open to partnership, and a call to everyone in this room that it should be our concern regardless of where our attention is.
There were a number of presentations from other stakeholders who also raised poignant concerns, but also airing out solutions for a better education system.
Once you carry out inspection, there are areas of quality that we require to make some follow-ups. You have agreed with the head teachers, and let's look at the quality of teaching and learning. Like for now, for this financially, our follow-up inspection is centered around supporting.
In the report that came out from NCDC, the findings showed that there was improved understanding of the content, especially from the upcountry schools, where it was rated highly. We also discovered that using videos and virtual labs help the students to learn better, because the students gain deeper understanding by interacting with the resources. The quizzes and the short answers that were used to track the progress and assessments also helped to see if the students were paying attention during the video lessons.
I really appreciate the government has done a lot. They try to put each and everything in the schools, but you find that depending on the leadership of the schools, we see school leaders not taking the initiative of maintaining the resources you've provided to them.
As retention improves, and also teachers being within schools improve, you will be sure as night follows day that secondary is going to face an influx of learners. So we need to prepare for these many learners with schools and coverage when the time comes.
Relatively, Riverflow International, a non-government organization that works with teachers to improve education, gave a simplified presentation of how students learn practicals.
Most of us pass through the system where the teacher comes with his book of 1998 notes, and he teaches and he goes away. If he's rude, he will tell you that you can't pass science, but at Riverflow International, we don't believe in that. We believe in the approach of learning, where learners learn by doing, where learners see. Because you and I can agree with me that from the time we have been hearing since morning, there are things we can't remember. But when we see, we easily remember, and when we do, we understand.
It helps us not to only cram, because literally when we're studying in class, they tell us this plan is this. So actually this helps us to know where to put the planets, like you understand, you don't only cram.
Here we are calling it a nasal cavity, and when hair enters, here this part is called the trachea.
Muzora Tuhaire Juliet, the Commissioner Government Secondary Education under the Ministry of Education and Sports, during a media interview gave insights about the day, but also appreciated Riverflow International for their inclusivity in education.
As you saw today, there was a lot of experience sharing, there was a lot of innovative presentation, and we had so many partners. What moved me most was the presentation by Riverflow International, where they showed inclusivity in education. We have been working with them because they supply science kits to the sector, and then these kits go to schools. But what has impressed me about them is, one, that these kits are made by our teachers here in Uganda. And as you heard, I was encouraging them to continue enhancing the BUBU, Build Uganda, Buy Uganda, Build Uganda.